if you have larger stones that you've already put down, don't cover them in this. If you look at real stones, the dirt doesn't just follow every surface, so you use this as the ground and only as the ground. And we're using some Pabeo matte paints for this as well, and a little bit more PVA by the looks of it. The Pabeo paints are very matte, very good for this sort of thing, but they can get a little bit chalky, so it is really good for basing. So you want to mix roughly about that sort of consistency. Sort of goes on, it keeps its shape, and you can move it around. If it starts to settle, in terms of it starts to look like it's going smooth and shiny, don't worry about it. That changes as it dries. Don't do the edges though. We'll be sorting those later. They just get covered in a layer of putty. I'm using a sort of dental sculpting tool here just to push it into some of the harder to reach areas. And whilst it's still wet, and you can see it is starting to look smooth there, that will change as it dries. We place down anything that we want to sort of sink into the dirt. So the headstone is a perfect example because they're going to be quite heavy. So you push that down along with the other broken piece of it, and you use the sculpting tool to sort of push the texture mix up to the edges of the gravestone itself. And then you can add some more rocks, bits of leaves and things like that, just anything to give texture and variety. When you're putting the leaves and things down, if you've got some of these, I think they're sycamore seeds possibly, or something like that. When you're putting those down, make sure they stay flat. You don't want to necessarily paint them as leaves. You could if you wanted to, but you don't have to. So having them laying flat is much better. So we've given the edge of the base a layer of what's called epoxy sculpt, which is just a hard sort of almost milliput like material. So you can do that with yours if you're using foam or whatever you're using. Just